That's the problem with improv.
internationally.
Internationally.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe to our Patreon if you want improv tea.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think this is probably going to be our last one of these. So,
I'll believe it when I see it.
yeah,
Keep saying
one
that.
one way or the other.
Wow.
Beginning of session. Recap of all active assignments. The Institute. There is one question left in the entire game, and that is, how does the Institute plan to implement their project? I think we have discovered at this point that the project is using Young Jolly Junk to eat all the other non-corporate gods to increase shareholder value. So that's going to go great. When you answer that question, the resolve the confrontation by sabotaging, reclaiming, or destroying any work of the Institute which has ties to the custodians. Fortunately, Hugh is back. So
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, this is gonna be a good time. Mark new end of session questions if you would like.
Oh yeah. This might be the last ones.
This is probably gonna be the last one.
I'm gonna do all mine.
Just give me all of the questions.
Give me all the questions.
Let's see, session 31. You made it into the Institute, dropped you right in. Very like Google campus vibes of lots of like standing desks with a bunk bed and a shelf. Never leave.
Oh, no.
Because you literally can't leave. So lots of cheesy posters that double as surveillance artifacts, lots of toxic positivity masks, a little a kitchenette with a box of Sweet Jolly Crunch cereal that never empties, which is nice. Let's see. SB. Do we have an SB? Sebastian, yeah. Sebastian. Like better notes. Sebastian.
Mark's just been writing like initials on his hands.
I figured out what it was though, eventually.
And then trying to figure out what they are later.
Sebastian was rummaging around some desks and found some stuff. Zeph was hacking around and ran into the warden, got a map and took the power out. Ren got some coffee with a guy, and everyone wound up going down to the test vault. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff down there. But
nothing happened.
My notes in the entirety for this part is bang bang, Watcher Saint, maiden grab. Which pretty much summarizes what happens.
Yep. I made a saint in the name of the Watcher by sacrificing an elevator full of scientists.
Oh no.
And then dropped the elevator into the test vault, which then began to wreak havoc everywhere. Fortunately, that place is designed to deal with escaped saints.
Just like a big guy with a lot of different faces, right?
Just like a big guy with a lot of different faces.
We basically got a new
monologue until their
move.
head exploded. Yeah,
we got a new move when we came into the Institute. To be able to make a saint, and I used that move.
Yeah, there's a hallow move when you invoke a divine element within a living sacrifice roll with communion, and then you can make a saint. Super great.
So Heath used it immediately.
Yep. Sebastian went on a killing spree,
a little bit crazy
style, which was really good. Almost got killed somehow, but the maiden grabbed them through space and dropped them on the other side of the thing. Then they kept killing.
I have a new move. It's called Death Acceptance.
Oh, that's right. It's so good.
So is this a custom
I finally figured out my custom move.
I used the hell out of it last time too.
When you're rolling with it's a combo. When you're rolling with vitality, you can roll with advantage once per session, unless you kill someone, in which case you can use it again one more time. Unless you kill someone, then you can use it one more time again. Unless you kill someone.
So Ren broke a little bit.
Yeah, so that's a
and a mop handle broke a little bit. Mm-hmm. Went through several people.
Through a couple people's chests. Yeah.
Grabber better stay back.
Eventually, I think we wound up. Everyone made it into the sub levels. There was some arcing. My notes for that are arcing behind shitty door, power switch, god containment taped over. Like there's a god containment release switch that someone just like put tape over. Like, don't pull this switch, please. And a place with a my note says missing floor, comma memory. So whatever happened there, who knows? We don't remember. Wishes are get the band back together. Done. Boom. Survive. We'll see.
Who wanted to survive?
I don't know.
I think
We
that
have
was
two
me.
people that have their final prayers locked and loaded, ready to go. So that's a good time. And see what Hugh thinks about all of this.
Everything's going great.
Everything's
I
great.
also
I'm
have
so
a
excited.
flashback I need to narrate from
Yeah.
last time. My
Did
apologies.
were we waiting for Hugh to do the freewheeling discussion?
We were, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
We
Yeah.
were.
I'm
I
sorry, my
does
schedule has
someone
been
else
such
have
ass lately.
I think Zeph also has a flashback pending. The flashback to your childhood showing your first direct encounter with a god. Is that true, or did you do that one?
I did not.
Okay,
I have one verse and 2 advances.
great.
Yeah.
Let's do yours first, then we'll do Zeph, and then we will.
Oh, I have one too, I think.
Oh, well, fuck it. Everyone hit their
it.
verses. And then we'll cut to Zeph joining you somehow, and then maybe you do the freewheeling discussion. Sound good?
You mean Hugh joining somehow?
Hugh, sorry, yeah, Hugh.
Okay, yeah. Who would you like to do the backlog first?
Whoever feels like it.
I can burn mine pretty quick. A flashback to your adulthood showing the parts of your life that you neglected in pursuit of miracles. I think this is a flashback back to the end of Hugh's time with the Watcher, with that troop.
Mm.
And I think there was like a government roundup of that group of those wandering groups at some point. Maybe we're on the run and like we're in some sort of shack somewhere. It's like, okay, we're safe for now. But Hugh is in full, like, he's like setting up a murder wall on one of the walls of the shack, talking and just talking about like the secrets of the Scrivener and how it can communicate through all of us and how the impermanence is how it exists in our minds. And it's just like the speech is like kind of avalanching, and like the other people in the troop is like are in the group are just, you know, trying to recenter him on like, even apart from the Watcher, what matters is doing something nice for the people around us. They like the performances. The Watcher approves, but like living for the gods isn't everything. And Hugh just kind of scowls and then turns his back and goes back to like, I guess it wouldn't be written material, but like drawing symbols and stuff on the wall and then tearing it down because it's writing. And I think the last shot is of the flute that's just like kicked in a corner or something, that we have never seen Hugh play. And that is that.
Boom.
Oh, I think I know mine too. I have the same one. A flashback to your adulthood showing the parts of your life you neglected in pursuit of miracles. And this is just going to be like a one-off episode that is the like one that makes everyone cry. So it's a silent episode with just like sparse piano in the background. Ren is like walking down the trail, stopping every now and then, looking around, and then finding the maiden, and then keeping going until the maiden is leading Ren to kind of a cabin out in the woods. And inside is just a beautiful young woman, and it does like Pixar style, like the beginning of Up. Like Ren spends like the last week of this woman's life with her, and they like make a garden together, like they work in the garden together, and they're like putting mud on each other's like noses and cooking breakfast together, and then there's the like cough and blood in the handkerchief, and Ren stays by this person's name is Acorn, stays by Acorn's side for the last moments of their life and spends that last week of their life with them. And it's the first time the maiden led Ren to someone early so that they could have someone to be with them for longer. And that is the only person that Ren ever loved. And just kind of fade out on Ren holding Acorn's hand and then Acorn's hand dropping.
And I think Zeph is our final one.
Yeah. Okay. I have a flashback to your childhood, showing your first direct encounter with a god. I want to say, okay. So there's like a minor corporate god of toys called the Fun Brothers, or the Brothers Fun. Um, uh, and I got a toy, and it was one of those things where it was like every, 1,000th uh toy robot has like a spark of divinity in it.
Hmm.
So I got that toy, and I was very excited. But I had to like, keep feeding it. How like you get an exciting toy and it's just like, oh, you need batteries, and then you put the batteries in and they're like dead almost immediately. It was like that, but for um other sacrifices. And eventually, I think my mom just took it away at some point because it was like, you're getting too into this. This is too much. You need to keep some of your blood for yourself. And I don't want you taking other neighborhood kids' blood. So that was my first direct encounter with a god. So as a child, I was like, oh, this is great. Like, they're fun. Like, they entertain you.
All right. So Hugh, you missed the getting into the compound as well, right?
I watched a little of it in the wee hours in Amsterdam at the start of my vacation before
Cool.
everything went wrong.
How do you think you would get in there to meet up with everybody? Or not meet up with everybody, depending on, I mean, we're gonna have a freewheeling discussion, so it probably makes sense for everyone to be together.
This is cheesy and stupid, but I have a lot of ink available and I have the as it is written skill.
Fantastic.
So I'm going to suggest burning an ink to create like an express elevator or something.
Nice.
Or yeah.
Maybe like express elevator from like, I think we said you were at the at your journey place or whatever. So maybe like made the elevator there and it just like descends and opens up in the sub levels where everyone is.
Yes. So I will burn an ink for that if that's okay.
Fantastic.
So there's now an elevator that can go out to a little library or whatever. What is it that I have? The altar that I've forgotten my altar. Altar is a roadside lending library that only I have the key to.
Nice. As far as piano.
I was listening to that as you were narrating.
I love it. Do y'all remember exactly where you left off, where we cut last time?
Something.
Not it.
Last place I remember me being was in like the floor above where all the mayhem was taking place.
Yeah,
I found the various offices and stuff where I had found some shit.
Yeah, I think everyone wound up there. Let me take a look. The last thing in my notes does not say anything about any of that. I think we just played and then we're like, done.
Yeah. I think it was something Heath was doing. But...
Yeah. Murdering. Comfort to the dying.
Murdering again.
Vader. Response team. Oh, there's a response team on the way down to get the saint, right?
Oh, I killed him so I could talk to them. I forgot I did that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then they didn't talk to me.
Oh yeah. Glimmer of disappointment. Return to the hangar. Oh yeah. Turquoise level issue. Right. Awful lot of blood. Body coming apart. Wow, lots of things happened. I just don't remember any of it. Oh
Well, it has been
yeah,
2 weeks.
I know.
Eternity.
Oh yeah, someone didn't complete an assignment. Yeah, so the last thing was that's terrifying, and I think that's going to be a condition for you. What's the last condition you got? I think that was Ren. Unmoored, lucky maybe survivor guilt. Yeah, I think you had just wound up with a bunch of people who had gotten murdered and trying to talk to them, and it didn't go well. But you're all in the sub levels, dealing with whatever gave you a condition there.
We all have a lot of conditions.
And Hugh steps out of the elevator, fresh as a daisy. Hey, everybody. You're muted.
The pizza in hand.
Girl from Ipanema playing on the speakers.
Everything on fire.
Really good
Yeah.
thing you didn't go one more floor down.
Eating whatever snack he has. Oh yeah, it only goes to this floor. It's the express thing. It's always been here.
Exactly. Yeah.
How are things going?
Great. Super great.
What am I seeing here actually on the penultimate floor?
So this was a bunch of like let me read the description of what we have here. So these are the sublevels. It's a labyrinth of narrow corridors and stairways, stacks of crates and shipping containers. Some rooms have padlocked doors, some are missing doors or are covered with plywood. Signs on doors include auxiliary, observation, overflow, cleansing, purging, high impact, level 3 consecration, rebirth, and others. Yeah, some areas have been marked off as dangerous and handled with half measures.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this is a kind of like a level that is still in use but not kept well, apparently.
I'm imagining failing fluorescent lighting.
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a audio log on someone's voice recorder telling how they
Well, I just left out all the monsters. I think it's going to go great for me.
follow up. It did not go great. The gorilla escaped.
Ugh.
Cool. So the clues that we currently have, this is complexity 4. We have 4 clues. The 4 current clues are a map of the Institute grounds containing escape routes. Large blank sections are simply marked turquoise level clearance and above. There is a scrap of dried human skin, monstrously altered and cast aside. There are classified records of disastrous prior contracts the Institute had, and
Hope's
a
skin.
tranquilizer gun
That
labeled.
was Hope's skin, right?
That was Hope's skin. That's right. Oh yeah, that was Hope's skin.
Is Hope still with us?
That's a
In
great
skin form.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was kind of an open-ended question
Oh.
there. I think something.
Oh yeah, it's not clear.
Yeah, I think I have the trank gun and her skin.
Yeah. There's the tranquilizer gun labeled "in case of sainthood."
When we were breaking in, basically like the head of the institute or whatever
Mm-hmm.
caught me, and I was trying to talk my way out of it, and he was like, "Oh, really? Well, was this your assistant?" And he had like a deflated Hope
Oh
skin
no.
Yeah.
that he had done something to her, and now it was just like a desiccated
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a
former Hope
question
costume.
that's going to sound like nuisance metagaming, but right now I have the condition busted and
Mhm.
serene. I think if I cleared the condition busted, that would be funny. But I understand if for gaming purposes, I should still keep that condition.
I think for gaming purposes, we are going to keep that condition. Do you guys remember the name of the research director that you met that had Hope's skin?
Oh, Van something, Von something.
Van Harrow.
Von Harrow.
Von Harrow.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. So
Sure,
Hugh,
that's
do you have
fine.
any relatives that we don't know about?
Apparently, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I have a feeling that my immediate family is cut off from a larger, richer family.
Mm-hmm. All right. Great. We'll just leave that one hanging there.
Fair.
Hugh, would you like to do a quick look around this level to maybe get an extra clue just for
Oh,
fun?
sure. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. So the question that we're trying to answer is,
How does the Institute plan to
Institute plan.
implement their project?
And what is their project is eating all the gods with
Yeah,
the
it is
jolly
Project
junk.
THEOPHAGE, using
Oh, yeah.
jolly junk to consume non-licensed gods,
Okay.
including most of yours.
Oof, yeah. What was I gonna say? I'm in a mood to burn ink.
Ooh, all right.
So could I just, I'll regret this. This is so dumb, but it's delightful. Uh, I'm looking at some of my other Yes, okay. Can I burn an ink to say that there is a computer terminal in the room that we're in
Sure.
that like is like Theophage case files and
Mhm.
and the password is 1234.
Yep.
I will burn an ink and do an as it is written. I now have 2 ink left, everyone.
Great.
A folder on the desktop that says "Do not open without authorized
Top secret.
access."
Yeah. Top secret dot theophage dot final dot 1.5 dot version final dot no more changes.
Great. What do you think I have to roll with for the clue?
Oh man, I want it to be with insight, obviously, but I think it's hard to argue for things other than insight and focus in this case.
Let's do insight then.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you for noting me. What is our roller? Let's see, alternate dice roller. We're still not on roll with me anymore.
Correct. We're on the
Still no worky.
THEOPHAGE Silt Verses.
Okay. That's the wrong thing. So it's roll with me dot.
Rolldicewithfriends.com. It's linked from the
Sorry, I was failing to click the link somehow.
Oh, yeah.
repeatedly. Okay, so I'm rolling 2d plus 3.
Correct.
And let's see, do I have this is so silly. Are there any objects I can still burn?
Welcome if you got them.
Yeah, I don't see any way I can use this, so I'll roll 2d plus 3. Do I have to do a what's the worst that can happen here or anything like that? Or
No, this is investigation.
Okay, so 2d plus 3 gives us 10.
Great 10. Let's see, what do we have available clue wise for you?
It doesn't matter because it's irrelevant to the investigation.
So many.
A red herring. An audio log.
That's
Hey
fun.
man, a lot of gods in here. Think it's gonna be fine.
We should be safe in here.
I'm saving a lot of space by grouping them together. If you put them in partners, you make them have roommates. It saves so much space. The boss is gonna be so happy.
Bunk beds. They fight
Project-
over who gets the top bunk, though.
Project Give the Gods More Teeth is working well.
Write this down.
This one looks like my mom.
Theodent.
Oh,
You did.
A new toothpaste.
Exactly.
holy whiteness.
Exactly, Timmy.
It is nice to play with
I think
everyone again.
among the notes in this file, there's like some standard, like just notes on boring experiments.
That is not how we write this out.
But you do find like a hidden file in there that's like marked like dot back dot trash dot taxes
Delete now.
boring don't bother looking in here, no go back.
Parentheses not porn.
And the clue is
Classic.
handwritten notes for a personal theory, including a diagram attached with an untested prayer mark.
Ooh, let's use it immediately.
And I think this is part of this is like Project THEOPHAGE notes, and this is like probably notes on like, oh, we sainted someone to young jolly junk and then did these experiments on them. This is how they reacted to the sainting. This is standard containments. This is standard. They wouldn't say destruction. They would say something more euphemistic. Procedure, case, blah blah blah. Here's some boring notes, and this experiment number like 402 or whatever.
I would like to complain about the representation of science in this game as a player.
Did you put
Science
that
is
on your
exciting
lines
and
and
not
veils?
boring at all.
Lines and
but we do have-
veils, negative
That
portrayal
was a
of
10, right?
science.
Negative portrayals of silence.
Yeah, that was a
Right.
10.
Cool. So yeah, that is what you find. So this is a fantastic time to have a freewheeling discussion about how the Institute plans to implement.
Oh, Hugh's here.
Hey guys.
No, not enough of our discussions take place with locked wheels.
Eating. I still like that he, even though it's a community reference, I feel like he has a slice of pizza that he's off with us.
Brought some.
I do feel like he found. I do feel like he found snacks.
As long as it's not God bites, then we're all
Oh
good.
gosh, it could be.
What's on that pizza? There's no God bites on that pizza, is there?
Not anymore.
God damn it.
There is pineapple.
Ugh.
What's wrong with you, Hugh?
Oh, God.
God lovers pizza.
God. New from
It
pizza.
has 4 different gods.
How does the Institute plan to implement Project THEOPHAGE?
Oh man. Okay, I'm focused.
And
Ironically,
I
through a
guess
man named Theo.
the question, like it's clear like they are following standard like development and testing procedures. I think the question is like what's the move they're going to take next to like release what they have developed on the lesser gods. And yeah.
What do we know they've developed?
They've used
That lightning thing.
Yeah, they've used, and we can make up more Young Jolly Junk stuff about like we use the essence of this god to create something. Is it another god? Is it a saint? Is it some technology?
Oh yeah, the Jolly Junk thing.
To destroy other or eat other gods, which I'm sure will work out just fine and have no problems.
I mean,
oh man,
I know this
Not
is. I
worried.
know we always tend to work backwards because we got to work the clues in, but like the idea that's coming to my mind, I don't know if this will work based on because could it somehow be looped in? Because I know there was the whole franchising God bites thing happening, and is it possible that like that was part of the plan? In that, like, if they almost like a hive mind thing, where it's like if they get enough normal people to eat God bites, then they can like send a signal to have like a swarm converge on a god and eat him like piranha.
Jeez.
Oh man.
Jeez.
I was thinking, and we could probably combine this as well, that they're going to use the devourer below somehow.
Mhm.
Oh
yeah,
Like the idea. Oh
yeah. What's his name? Cletus has.
Oh yeah, he's here.
You all met Cletus outside, and
yeah,
they're like,
by the
"Oh
way,
yeah,
Cletus
they
is
hired
here.
me here, and I shouldn't be talking to you. Probably they're taking me back inside
Oh,
now."
no. But like that's already infiltrated all of like the mycelial or whatever are everywhere, and so it can just sort of send this thing out to people.
That's great.
And then seize the minds of everyone who's been eating god bites, which I'm sure will be fine for me.
Yep. And to refresh, Young Jolly Junk is like a garbage patch whirlpool ecological god that everyone loves. So
It's not.
So Young Jolly Junk already has like a fan base. There's like you didn't get to do that assignment, but there's like T-shirts and tchotchkes and cartoons. So yeah.
Sad we didn't get to do that one. That's not going to be good.
It'll be
So it's like any aspect of this that requires immediate spreading out over the entire peninsula.
Yeah.
Could pull that
Mhm.
lever. But I definitely like hordes of zombies coming to attack the gods.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I can tie the scrap of human skin. Maybe that's one of the limiting factors that they have to be careful about is anyone they do activate to go zombie horde a god, after they consume that god, then they just like dissolve into desiccated husks. And so they can't just constantly do it because you got to balance your resources. And
Right, and if they don't, then they are potentially sainted. Like, or
Wow.
if they're still active, they need to be deactivated, or they need to be removed from the game board, essentially. Hence the
Oh,
tranquilizer gun. Right.
what if, okay, this is gross, but the sainting, what if that is them suddenly metamorphosing and
Oh,
punching out of their own skin?
yeah. Like what
Which
if the what
are
if the
just
consumers are the saints? Like they hollow people on purpose to
mm,
because like if you listened to the second season of the podcast, the beginning of it, like they go killing gods, and they do that like A, by physically killing the gods, but then B, by murdering everybody who believed in it, because if you don't kill everyone who believes in the god, it'll just come back, because that's how gods around. So yeah, I like the sainting, intentional sainting thing. That's good.
That's
That's
scary and good. Yeah, I like
remote
that.
Wait,
sainting from a distance.
are they
But could that
intentionally sainting followers of the god they want to remove, but like tainting that sainthood with young jolly junk?
oh
Uh,
shit.
Is
Wait,
that the is
saint tainting? Tainted saints?
To saint
Sainting.
Tate Saints?
sainting.
well, let's combine it into
Is
one word. We'll just call it sainting.
Sainting.
is
There you go. Peter got
so someone
stinking.
eats god bites.
Hmm.
The god bites hallow and hollow them and turn them into is it then that they become a zombie and go after their own god?
The institute isn't really associated with godbite folks though, because the godbites were like a
But we're trying to make it
unlicensed.
happen.
Yeah, I know you're trying to have
And you seem to be the only thing.
Well, maybe the Institute didn't make the God bites happen, but now that it's in play, like
Oh,
there are a lot
yeah.
of people eating lots of God bites.
We just
So
need
they have
like
like a three-pronged attack of like the Young Jolly Junk media franchise, the godbites, and the mycelial stuff, like just trying to come at it from everywhere.
Maybe the people eating the god bites wasn't part of the Institute's plan, but they recognize that those people are already more susceptible to the mycelia
They're a vector,
signals or whatever.
Yeah,
So like,
they're
oh,
so
these people
close
are
to being
already
sainted already.
got a little god juju in them, so they're easier to infect and activate.
I've been convinced.
we are gonna make this happen.
No, we have more.
Maybe that ties into the disastrous prior contracts. Like they did try to contract with god bites or the slaughterhouse or whatever. Like that went real bad. Like partially because of you all.
Oh well, I mean, who was really responsible?
We don't want to take the credit.
Look, we are big damn heroes, okay?
If that's
wait, okay. So they're using tainted god bites to turn followers into like sinks for divine power, right?
Yeah,
like
maybe it's like a Halloween 3 situation where like they have the god bites, they're more susceptible to the mycelial network, and when they watch the 3 more days till Halloween commercial for Young Jolly Junk, then they get sainted because
man.
So the god bites themselves weren't tainted. That wasn't part of it.
It's kind of like the god bites are like those are the people who are susceptible.
Yeah.
Okay. So
sort of like if you take antibiotics, you're more susceptible to the sun.
Sure. Yeah.
So we have god bites, young jolly junk, media
devour
turning people into
god devouring saints.
Yes, god devouring saints, leaving behind their scraps of skin. Tranquilizer gun here for some experiment when they were like working this out, right? And they're like, oh, in case this goes too far, you can do this.
And that can probably explain the turquoise level clearance, because that's like where this particular project is done.
Right.
And
the tranquilizer gun is filled with a turquoise colored liquid.
Who wants to tie in the concealed handwritten notes for with an untested prayer mark
theory?
And maybe the prayer mark is part of the thing too.
Or maybe it was another activation for them. Like they were trying to sell Nicorette patches or something that had these.
Maybe they incorporate it into the Young Jolly Junk stuff. Like that's a test.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Wait. I have an inkling of something where the prayer mark Well, I don't know. I was gonna say like the prayer mark is also the map of like where we've been. Since the question is
They've
also
incorporated everything that you've done. I mean, so
yeah.
they've incorporated the the Devourer Beneath, which you were doing stuff with at the Dusk Mother, incorporating the God Bites, which were both at the floating market and at the God Feed place. Yeah, I mean your fingerprints are on this. Cool. I think that's all 5 then. So who would like to roll with
Fair.
+1?
Not it. You. I think it
Peter,
has to be you. It's your brother that did
Oh
all
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh no.
welcome
Or
back.
you're something.
Okay, so I
You
rolled
Vons.
One of
plus
you
one.
heroes is in charge of all this.
Your evil twin.
So 2D plus 1.
2D +1.
Rolling. That's 6.
Ooh, that's a 6. Would you like to mark a verse to bump that up?
Everyone has to mark a verse to bump this one up.
Everyone
right?
has to mark a verse to bump that up. Yes.
I would help, but I think some people are about dead, right?
I was about to say that will kill some people, correct?
Will it?
I thought you said that. I thought
I could tell
I've
if
got-
Mark was like, "Will
Two people have the final verse locked and loaded. You could trigger it if you wanted to. I think everyone has verses of history available.
Oh wait,
I
I may
didn't have
have.
any
I may be
history.
able to keep people from dying. I think I have a move that I've just never gotten to use. Let me see.
I mean, I have 2 verses left. But
Yeah, everyone's got
I've got-
non-lethal verses. To go.
Oh wait, I have not yet time. Wait, let me see. When a custodian would mark the verse of prophecy to avoid death,
Yeah,
you can offer to
avoiding
bear the
death.
burden instead.
Oh yeah, everyone's got
Oh, but I don't
verses.
have any fate. I could do it once.
This is just avoiding being wrong. not death.
It's a fate worse than death.
Yeah, worse than death.
Okay, yeah, we
Being
all
wrong.
have. Everybody's got a spare verse or two.
Yeah, everyone mark a verse and we can make this happen.
Okay. With
A fate worse
complication.
than death avoided.
Application, unless you want to mark a second verse.
We love complicated.
Sweltering circle. Crucible, I mean. The sweltering crucible. I think I can just narrate mine right now. It's easy. It says, narrate a scene in the present day showing how you were inspired by your faith again. I think, Sebastian's like, this is it. This is the moment we've been working toward. Our whole journey together. This is the reason we've all been brought together. Through all the machinations, all the disappointments. I have a good feeling about this because you know what? Did you see? I am surely the Watcher's top cast member now. I had a brilliant moment of insight where I improvised a prayer mark in the elevator, and it resulted in the most glorious saint I've ever seen. It was beautiful. It was like a giant multi-shifting, multi-dimensional, multi-faced and limbed actor, the ultimate chameleon. It was amazing. It killed lots of people, but the saints do that. That's not in our control. We know saints do that. But surely, that's a new power. I've never been able to do that before. It's something brand new since we got to this institute. Surely that is the Watcher's blessing upon me. Surely that was his way of telling me, now is your time, Sebastian. Now is the time for your soliloquy. We've got this in the bag.
And before other people do their verses, I just want to interject here our complication, which is the research director, Von Harrow, giving you a slow clap from the door with an assistant behind him.
Fair.
It's Grover, right? He's turned heel.
Yes, this whole time.
Cool, but we can do other people's verses now or later if you like.
I have a hit for the flashback to the event that made me step away from my fate.
Yeah, get it.
This is dumb, but we have sort of establishing shot on a headquarters for the Scrivener, I think, which does not obviously have a sign on it, but still has heavy, expensive Scientology vibes. Like, It's got some vague name like you know, Institute for Freedom from the Past.
Mhm.
And
Oof.
like someone out front with a smile that's too even and white, trying to lure people in. Um, and I think Vaughn is showing Hugh around like one of the more secure areas of the building. And if I don't know if this is God modding or not, but I think the idea is that he's like the issue isn't that writing, we're not creating more writing in the end or more records, but they want our help because we know about how it works. And you get into this room and there are like people clockwork oranged into chairs. They're looking at different ads for Young Jolly Junk. And then like there are people in coots monitoring them. Um, and it's like this is going to be good for the Scrivener. It's certainly paying. What do you think pays for these facilities now? I'm telling you, Hugh, just just get one level deeper in the organization and we are going to do great things. And it's just on Hugh, like at this point, it's like later Hugh who's just like, oh, what the fuck is this fresh hell? Like the mood starts to seem more familiar.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
And did you say that was Vaughn?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, 100%. Is that for Ren?
I'm gonna hold mine for now. I'm not sure yet.
Cool.
Sure. I checked Sweltering Crucible. Narrate a scene in the present day. Blah blah.
Mhm.
I'm vibrant and glowing in my faith again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I residents of the cities view you with wonder and fear. I wish I was in a city. Yeah. I don't know what the like inciting incident is. Maybe I'm like working on the computer with you and or something.
Mhm.
But I get too close to something electric.
Yeah.
Uh,
There's plenty of stuff.
and yeah. It's just like, yeah, I just get hit by a live wire. Yeah, you know, at some point, yes, I get hit with an arc of electricity.
Well, like, yeah.
And it just like creates a St. Elmo's fire or like a halo around me.
Mhm.
Yes, no, I'm literally glowing. So it's not just like glowing in my face, but I'm literally like lightly incandescent now. Yes, that's one of the ways that my appearance mirrors the saint. Also, I don't talk with my mouth anymore. You just hear my voice coming from some nearby speakers, or like in your head, in a non-mechanically way, in a non-mechanical important way. Just a normal voice, just not with not with my mouth anymore. Yeah, or maybe the saint. I don't know. Does the saint appear with a like a smooth face? Maybe I'm, you know,
Sure.
Neo after meeting Agent Smith for the first time. Yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Cool. Great. So yeah, I'm curious how Hugh responds to seeing Vaughn for the first time and probably since that scene.
Oh man. I think his eyes go wide and he turns to try to run back into the elevator. Maybe he manages to say, shit, run.
The best
Um,
comedy scene of the whole series.
what are you afraid might happen if you're not able to make it in time?
Oh God. Well, for story wise, I don't want him to make it in time.
I mean, you can just say that you don't then if that's what you want.
Yeah,
I can definitely find a reason for that to happen.
yeah, I think I think I want the first instinct to be to get out of the scene, but he can't get out of the scene for some reason.
Mhm. Like a bing, like this was a one-use
It
elevator.
just no, it goes bing, and then vanishes from the wall. Like the wall just goes up over it. He's just like, and then he turns around and he's like, so, uh, and if this is his brother, that would be funny. But I do like that's more direct, I guess, than him having a separate branch of the family. And so he just kind of turns around, hands behind his back. So, Vaughn.
You.
Wait a minute. Like, that's not a coincidence? Harrow? You're like,
it's a rare name. No, I think I think Hugh just like clearly just like this, his face showing this is the worst thing that could have happened. He just,
Oh,
but in a voice that doesn't match the mood. It's just casually, no, not a coincidence.
So Hugh, have you decided to take me up on my offer from so long ago?
Yes. Yes.
I sense hesitation.
I was just we've had it. This has been kind of stressful. There's been a lot going on here, and there's a lot of documents around here.
I agree.
And suddenly seeing I didn't know you were involved in are you involved in Project THEOPHAGE?
I am Project THEOPHAGE.
Wow. Wow. Look
Young
at
Jolly
you.
Junk. Judging by the terminal that is on over there,
Mm.
and your whispering and your little dramatic speech, I assume that you know everything.
I
So,
don't really understand everything I read. There was a prayer mark of some sort and a theory and a lot of boring notes about experiments.
but you know that Young Jolly Junk is our masthead for this project, right?
Oh, I mean, I'd heard some things, right? We'd heard some stuff about it, but it's hard to put all the pieces. It's hard to connect the dots.
I mean, Young Jolly Junk is and I like to give disparaging look to Zeph. Like,
Oh
Jolly
no.
Junk is a corporate god, and we definitely do need the underwriting of them. But to destroy a god, you need to destroy all traces of a god. Correct?
I mean, yeah, right. He's looking to the others for support or for agreement. And I imagine the vibe is generally you're going too
The
low on
scrivener is uniquely suited to that task.
to eat other gods or
To
to get.
remove all evidence of their.
Oh, of course. Yeah. You always the smarter one.
So allow me to sweeten the deal for you.
Hmm? Sorry, could you repeat that?
Allow me to sweeten the deal for you.
Oh, of course. I like sweet deals.
You know, if we were just to have been worshiping the scrivener in our holes in the ground when this project was completed by someone else, as it would inevitably have been, he would have met the same fate as anyone else. However, I have made a deal with the Institute. Once Project THEOPHAGE reaches its completion, the scrivener will be legitimized and not be subject to its power.
That sounds like a really generous deal.
Saint Electric, Young Jolly Junk, Sweet Jolly Crunch Tooth, the Waxen Scrivener.
Ow. I think there's this vibe of like Hugh does not trust the Institute to follow that deal at all. But he's instead going like, he's just doing his best like simulation of that sounds like a really good deal. How did you negotiate that from them? The Institute drive a hard bargain.
I simply laid out the scrivener's usefulness.
Great.
And there was a certain amount of financial incentives, a few unfortunate deaths here and there,
Oh.
cleaning up evidence trails of people who would rather not have their past doings exposed.
Yeah, I
Again,
wouldn't know anything about that.
a task that we are suited to.
Oh, sure.
So, Mr. Ward,
And I think Hugh just kind of like, oh, I'm not being talked to right now. Okay, what do I
Like
say next?
checking the wall again, just like, is there going to be a? Oh, where's that elevator?
Mr. Ward,
You sure?
Back to gently, like,
Yeah.
Mr. Ward, as a conduit of the Saint Electric, your god is not on the chopping block here, so it might behoove you to get in line along with my brother. What do the two of you say?
oh, I think you looking back from subtly palpating the wall. Yeah, what's the next step here?
Well, the next step is testing out our procedure on your friends here.
Right.
And his assistant behind him. I think some of you did meet last time.
Oh
It was
no.
birthing assistant, who was like, "Oh, I've been here for the birthing of every single saint that we've done so far." She just has like plain white robes, cotton robes, and has like a cloth and some blessed water to cleanse people when they need it. And she is holding a jar of dirt as well.
Didn't Nick? Didn't you kill someone? Did you kill?
Did you kill her?
Or is that a different? Or I mean, this could be another birthing agent.
If you
but-
killed her, I have someone else on deck.
I don't remember who I killed.
Let-
Why am I supposed to keep track of that kind of thing?
Let's say you killed her. This is not her. This is Violet Oblivion of Void Monk, then, who is a member of a fringe sect of anti-deity practitioners known as the Unstruck Sound. And Violet has a jar of dirt.
Oh no.
What would you?
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, those two are pretty powerful, Vaughn.
Yeah, I mean,
You haven't been down to the vault, have you? They have.
There's a vault.
TikTok, gentlemen.
TikTok. What?
Where's money? What's your decision?
Is a question, the clue that was the trank gun, was that just a clue, or do I actually have a trank gun?
We could say you have the trank gun, yeah.
Because I feel like while him and Hugh are engaged in this, he's distracted, and I've been, working my way into an advantageous position to fucking trank him.
Do I see Sir doing this?
I was waiting basically because I didn't know what Hugh's relationship, like if he'd be like, "Fuck you, brother, you should," or if he's like, "Oh, brother, I love you," or so I was kind of trying to feel out what their dynamic was.
And
now
so I think Hughes probably has clocked this and is like, so to be clear, you want to kill Hallow, Ren, and Sir over there as a test, and because you eventually need to do that to all the followers of the Cairn Maiden and the Watcher in the Wings.
I mean, there's not very many of them, so it's a good.
Really? I thought they were doing okay. Oh, no, sorry.
And just to set up the situation, like tactically,
Yeah.
like you came in an elevator on the door. There's a computer and stuff there, so you're in like a office/lab area, and they are like standing at the doorway. Probably the Void Monk is slightly behind. He's probably stepped in a little bit while he's like monologuing. But you can definitely trank him if you want to. Is that what you would like to do?
Trying to figure out, like, explain what's the deal with the Void Monk again?
You don't really know as much. You just know he's a creepy little dude.
Oh, it's great.
I think I'm like, I thought I saw a file on here on the Watcher.
Yeah, no, I feel like Sir's instinct at this point would be to trank Vaughn.
Fantastic. What are you afraid might happen if you fail here?
I'm right next to Vaughn, so it's one idea comes to
Well, I almost tranked you when you were running away, but luckily we didn't have to go there.
mind.
Well, that's the dumb thing.
It's just like, look at this computer, Vaughn.
I think I'm afraid since we don't necessarily know, we picked up the trank gun, it said in case of Sane, but we don't really know anything about it. So I think I'm afraid that like it might not do anything to him. Maybe it only works on Saints.
Or makes him more powerful.
Or there you go.
Yeah. I think it is worse than that.
Oh no.
I think whatever the desainting agent in there will definitely enhance whatever he's got going on, and will activate almost immediately, whether he wants it or not. This is a roll with vitality.
Yeah, it's certainly not. Most definitely not presence. Good old 2d6 straight up now. Tell me. And I don't think there's really shit I can do about it except.
Do you have any objects?
No, just my doctor's ID, which I'm trying to remember. Did I actually use that on a roll? I remember I used it in a scene.
I feel like you did. Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I used it on a roll or not.
Yeah.
I definitely remember using it in a scene because I showed it to Vaughn when he asked who I was. I was like,
yeah,
I'm a doctor or whatever. So I'm just going to check that off anyway. Not that it would be of any use here, regardless.
There's nothing any of us can do, right?
Not yet, but
I'm just going to roll it. A 9.
That is a
I'll happily use some vitality in a bit.
Great. So you do it, but there is a complication.
Of course there
is. Great. So he's talking his bullshit. Where does the trank hit him?
Oh, sorry, what did you say?
Where does the trank hit him?
Neck,
of course. Great.
Well, I was aiming for the neck. So there's a complication. It could be elsewhere.
I think it does hit him in the neck for sure. And his eyes go wide. Do tactically sometimes. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, so his eyes go wide. And tell me if this feels wrong and we can walk it back. And you see him like start to clutch for something in his suit. And he pulls out a stopwatch and just like whispers something to it. And everything kind of rewinds for a second, but not like time rewind, just like you remember it differently. And it hits the Void Saint instead. Does that still do what you want, or would you like me to still have him hit and do something different?
I mean, I'm fine to go with that. It's an interesting option.
Yeah. His description is he has a personal deity of obfuscation that protects him from collateral miracle exposure or to tactfully alter undesired narratives, which sometimes emerge in the complex and constantly shifting field of applied experience. Yeah. So, he's just got a like, oh no, I don't remember that happening. Prince of Persia, like, oh, that's not how the story went.
Oh no.
So, like, as far as we are concerned, I just missed and hit the.
Yeah.
Do I remember anything different, or is it just like, yeah?
Oh, I think because of the nature of the little obfuscation deed, I think everyone remembers it differently. Yeah, I think it's basically his verse. Like,
oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine, I think too.
He does remember it. And the Void Mike gets hit. And yeah, like I think Violet looks placid as they go down. And yeah, I think that is like a saint sized dose of trank, and they are just dead.
Only Ren had not taken the shot we could have had.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling advantage.
It's not my fault they fucked around and found out.
And okay, let's do this. As they fall, it's almost in slow motion.
Yeah.
Like Vaughn is like looking smug for a moment because he knows he just read his verse, but then he looks over at Violet starting to fall, and like the slow motion was like, what have you done. And the void monk is falling forward, and the jar of dirt slips from their grasp and it shatters on the ground. Let's take our first break there. Let's do 6 minutes, come back at 20 after.
25. Cool, see you.
All righty. The jar of dirt smashes on the ground, and the mycelium inside begin to spread throughout the room. Centered on the Void Priest and and Vaughn, unfortunately for them. What would you like to do?
Does the desk that we're at have a phone?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I want to call. I think we traded business cards. Remember the two people at the floating market with the pit in a box?
Uh-huh. The Pox monks.
Oh no, no, they weren't.
Oh,
Were
not
they
Pox.
Pox?
They were the old. They used to be custodians. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I know
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to just call them.
Okay, like you're on a room that is on fire, basically, like with mold. But yeah, you can still do that. What's everyone else doing? Well, Dev was making a phone call.
Like, I feel like I want a magical solution. Like, am I throwing my dirt at it?
Hmm.
Am I throwing the Welkins metal on it?
What objects do I have? I have God flesh.
Oh,
what
geez. Doesn't
about
my mushroom affect god flesh in some weird way? I don't
wait,
know.
we have a special move we got, the Mark of Quickening. You write a prayer mark to invoke the cycle of birth and death. Describe what the mark looks like. No, okay, that doesn't help us.
Oh yeah, I can do the
Dusk,
ritual of the Skyward Sprawl if I wanted.
Oh
Forgot.
yeah.
Dusk Mother's Embrace.
What did the Skyward Sprawl do?
I think that only works at the Skyward Sprawl. I don't, because that's the calling of the
Boring.
god that's there. Yeah, unfortunate.
My notes say Miracle Leech, and I don't know what that means.
Miracle Leech is from the floating market as well, I think.
Is it an item?
Tiny savior in a bottle. This is the this is a curative. You drink it and then chase it with a shot of their invigorating vinegar tonic to awaken it, and then wait 5 to 7 days for it to absorb your illness.
Amazing. Okay.
Hey, what mycelial god is this?
This is
It out, see
Devourer
if it
Beneath,
goes away.
Oh, this is okay.
or some combination of the Devourer Beneath, Young Jolly Junk, and the Scrivener, like some amalgam. Marketing still working on doing A/B testing on the name.
Would it help to imagining the jar of dirt as a grenade? Would it help to get Vaughn on top of it?
I mean, it has exploded at his feet. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He is not gonna make it. Probably.
Do we have any? Are there exits from the room if we want to solve?
Yeah, if it's like an office layout, there's probably another exit to like another office. Like you can probably get out without going through Vaughn. Yeah.
Make another elevator.
Well, I do have a computer here, and I do have a profane media move.
What's that?
If I destroy digital information storage units, I get to take a roll with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Great, good.
Are they corpses yet?
I mean that Saint Juice probably like almost immediately killed the Void Monk, so that guy is, but just in the last like 2 seconds.
I do wonder if maybe Ren like asked them like, what did you do? Or is this something we should all know?
Yeah, I mean we can do like kind of like a like go into maiden time.
I would do a play, but I don't think we have that kind of time.
Probably not.
You want us to do something quicker? We can do that.
I mean, yeah, basically he just dropped a god Molotov cocktail in the room, and like whatever happens has to happen fast. But I think
the maiden can just
Yeah, I think the maiden can
yank
like
me out of there.
stop time, and you can talk to the guy if you want to. You can speak to him as if he was side characters.
Okay, thanks for letting me do that.
Yeah. What was the at your sweltering
Or
feet?
maybe Rin's like, how do we like? What did you do? How do we stop it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that like the maiden shows up like right behind him. I don't think you've ever seen her up close like this.
Yeah.
Like you've been closer to her, but I don't think you've seen her like this. And like everything else, like you can see the fungus slowly spreading, and everyone else like Zeph going for the phone. And yeah, what do you want to ask him?
Like, how do we stop it?
And he is like, even in death, he is still serene. He is, oh yeah. I think
It's not time for this.
yeah, he is just like, oh shit, yeah. That like a just like a microsecond of confusion you can see on his face. And then he smiles and says, stopping it is not my concern. The end is my only concern. And even your maiden cannot prevent me from finding my own. And he just fades away.
What a jerk.
Back into real time.
So I didn't get to actually do that.
I mean, you talk to him, but he is a void monk, and he's just like, when I die, I'm gone. I don't have a.
Okay.
You have to
That makes
me.
sense. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a roll.
No. That was just the way he is.
What a jerk.
Right.
Can Hugh try throwing the package of god flesh to another part of the room to just distract and buy some time?
That's a good plan.
It'll
Yeah.
go for juicy god flesh.
What are you afraid might happen if the Devourer Beneath does not go for your ploy?
Oh, I thought it would go for it, and the thing going wrong is that it immediately becomes much more powerful.
Oh, great. Yeah. I think it is worse than that.
Cool.
I think, how is it worse than that? I think it goes for it. It becomes much more powerful, spreads quick. I mean, the worse than that is the more powerful is that it like spreads instantly, hits everyone, you all get sainted. Like that's
Okay.
that's the worst outcome there. This is definitely a roll with communion.
Oh no. Okay. So, and I have advantage because I'm burning that object.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. So I'll roll 3 and take the top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling 3, 12.
Nice.
Woo!
Yeah, that goes off exactly as you want. You throw the packet of godflesh, and it's almost as if like you threw like a bomb of fire extinguisher juice in the middle of a fire. It's like what all the stuff like just goes directly for that, and gives you a little bit of a breath to take. It is crawling up the legs and suit of your brother, however, as
I'm sure it'll be fine.
like he's like horrified, but welp.
Oh, God.
What's Sebastian doing?
I don't know. There is a whole lot Sebastian can do.
I think just at least running.
I mean, yeah, he definitely. I mean, well, yeah, there's options, but I think at least for the moment. Yeah, trying to. I think just instinctual. I don't think you'd have time to really think it through. Like, oh, it doesn't matter because it's probably gonna just keep spreading wherever. I think he's thinking more like if you saw an explosion, your instinct would just be to get out of the blast radius.
Yeah.
So like dive into a side office or something to at least hopefully have a second to figure out what the hell's going on, or maybe it won't come in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just getting out of the splash zone, as it were.
What are you afraid is going to happen if you're not able to get out in time?
well, that I'll get devoured, and then I'll get devoured. And since I never really figured out a way out of it, I won't go to the Watcher. I'll go to the Silver Lining.
No.
Because that's still a thing that's pending. Oh wait, was it?
Disappointment.
Sure that, yeah.
That's right. I took care of that when I sacrificed the elevator full of people. That's right.
Right.
Oh, I forgot that
I
happened.
threw that bracelet down. I forgot about
I
it.
think it's worse because of your very close relationship with the Watcher. I think it consumes you and then like follows the divine trail from you and like finds wherever the Watcher is and starts devouring that.
It's highly possible.
This is a roll with vitality.
So much vitality. Where's hello? There we go. Vitality. Vitality.
Vitality. Vitality.
2d6. 7.
A 7. You do get out of the way. You do dive to a side office. I think the complication is that as it's consuming Hugh, I think it saints him. I think he gets hollowed by it. And you see him like fall, you don't because you're fucking out of there, but he like falls to his hands and knees and like he starts going like all Tetsuo and bones cracking out and popping and fungus exploding everywhere.
Hugh does.
No. Vaughn.
Okay, fine. That makes more sense. I was like,
Oh yeah.
He was fucking
I
out.
was like, well,
Like that's intense for Sebastian's role.
Exactly right.
No,
fucked Hugh. It's your fault. He's dead.
Vaughn gets fucked. And he is in the doorway getting sainted as we speak.
oh no, in the doorway. So there.
Yeah.
You can't get out, but
there's another doorway that you
okay.
that Sebastian is.
My concerns are immediate and
The initial doorway he's always been in.
Yeah. Cool. The rest of you want to follow Sebastian or want to do something here?
Yeah, I'll follow Sebastian.
Running
I want
seems
to
run.
I want to throw the computer on the ground and follow Sebastian.
Great. I think Sebastian took the hit for everyone, so I don't think everyone needs to roll vitality one at a time. Cool. It is spreading quickly throughout this level. What's your escape plan / destroying any of the work the Institute has which ties to the custodians?
Will the Devourer not take care of that?
I mean, it'll do a lot of stuff. They have saint containment protocols here.
Okay.
Saint containment protocols.
How many? So they do a lot of experiments here.
And
I bet a lot of those experiments fail.
Oh yeah.
Which means there's probably a mass graveyard underneath this building.
Possibly. I think they do a lot of incinerating, but yeah, there's probably.
Oh, so there's like angry ash everywhere.
Even better.
Oh yeah. I mean, we established this outside, right? With the 108 people buried underneath the fence.
Yeah, like I wonder if I guess I've already kind of done that move before where I'm just like,
you got everyone to rise up.
I want to do community organizing with the corpses.
Yeah, I feel like you did do that.
Okay.
Which was a
well,
great...
I'll think of something different.
What is Saint Electric's favorite little boy doing?
I mean, besides, well, first we're running, but I don't know. I want to, I want to put something in the box that will devour everything.
The box is on their barge, like you have to take a thing to the box.
Yes.
So we're gonna take it with us, and once we're all this blows over.
Yeah. I assume like without a mouth, nobody sees me like smirking or like grinning uncomfortably as we run through.
Inside, I guess.
Good note. No mouth. It's gonna be real awkward when I have to eat. I guess maybe I don't have to eat.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're running, where are we running to?
Great question. Sebastian, the elevator down here.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I could ink some. I have what, 2 inks left, I think.
Sebastian might have time to do a quick monologue on the run.
Yeah.
Or look, I'm just proposing this as an option. I'm totally open to other options. One option: somebody named Sebastian could blow his final prayer.
Oh no.
Definitely could.
What does that do?
I do have something. Yeah.
Oh, and we're supposed to get rid of all records that connect us to this, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ren
My
wanders
final prayer.
off.
My final prayer
Like
destroys
she does,
all
like they do.
like written records.
Ooh.
Oh, I should look at my final prayer. Yeah, what is my
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that the solution isn't like stop this terrible project. It's like make sure we're not connected to it.
Yeah,
We could do
all
both.
written and stored information within a 3-mile radius is destroyed.
Fuck, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, that does take care of our problem, right?
That does take care of the
Something you
problem.
might need to
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What other people are around us?
I mean, there's a lot of people in the compound for sure.
Yeah.
Still.
But are they like sheltering in place or running for the exits or putting on
You know,
riot gear?
I mean, this level is kind of not abandoned, but neglected. So it's not
Mhm.
as like full as like the office upstairs or the vault downstairs.
Okay.
But there, if you need to run into a person or two, we can make that happen.
Well, I just want to make sure that Ren has targets.
Right, to murder.
Gotta keep that chain going.
haven't gotten anything to
I
do lately.
So,
kind of do we want to go further down in the building to like
the,
the
the,
building?
the test vault that you were in is the furthest down that you know of. And
Mhm.
I will tell you that is the furthest down there is.
Okay. And is it
Or that's the furthest down that I know about. Who knows?
is it
That's not what you guys do.
is it taken care of or like are they recovering?
Oh yeah, I mean they
Uh
did their saint containment protocols on the Watcher Saint. You know, they're
yeah.
probably doing mop up right now.
Yeah, I kind of
Whatever happens
yeah,
here, like we'll probably destroy a lot of work on this level. But you know,
right,
this facility is designed to experiment on, produce,
right,
contain, destroy saints. So
right.
it's not
That's
a
why I wonder if what we need to do is like make things worse for them or like interrupt their you know what yes okay we're running
Yes.
I want to get into a computer system again. I want to see
Oh no, and I just
I want
destroyed
to
the terminal.
well I mean
there's terminals
we're
everywhere.
yeah there's others right
Yeah.
like um yeah like or like I want to destroy a bunch of stuff on my way out
Mhm.
and I also just wanted to just like double check something on the computer. I want to see
Okay.
if I can
To look.
now we go into cyberspace for the
The rigger is
The
gonna
episode that's only in code.
the Decker is gonna do this. You guys hang out for a
Yes.
second. So you are on the run. I think the
Mhm.
funnest way to do this is to have you spend a charge and use the Saint's power to like connect to a computer, like electrically as you're kind of like running by them.
Yeah.
Sound good to you?
Yes.
Great.
Not these charges. I
Charge box and make this roll with advantage. What are you trying to do on the computer?
I want to like uh I want to like shut off auxiliary power. I want like I want all the lights and elevators and everything just to be dead.
Cool.
Like
Um,
all the magnetic locks, all the
whew.
electrically powered prayer marks.
Like the end of Cabin in the Woods time, kind of.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Roll with advantage.
Okay. Is this
I'm not even gonna ask what
communion
could go bad
or
here. Yeah, it's just gonna be bad all around whether you do it or not. So let's do it.
yeah. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Let's see.
Planned.
Uh, um, uh, I was gonna make a joke about bad people with bad behavior, but no. I want something to go wrong. Either it absorb, you know what? Yeah, it just absorbs me, and I become like a ghost in the complex.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go. Yeah, and it's worse than that. I think you get subsumed. I think there's, oh yeah. They they not only have physical saint protocols, but also since Saint Electric is a thing, they have mechanical, electrical, and digital saint protocols. So like you get buttoned down and by some sort of god ice.
Yeah. Oh
Great.
yeah.
Yeah, this is convenient.
Is there? And no, there's nothing. None of my altar items really make sense.
And you're already rolling with advantage, so.
Oh, that's okay. Okay, 3d6 plus 1 to the top 2. Guys, what do you think it's going to be?
13.
I think I have a 9.
That's a 9. Great. Yeah, so you do it. You get in, you're shutting all the lights down, all the power. The place goes pitch black. So now you're running through the pitch black dark. You're thorough, so emergency lights are also off.
Right. I am glowing slightly still, but
you are glowing slightly, so people can follow you, but you don't. You're also running blindly through the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all safety mechanisms are disengaged. All doors are either locked or unlocked, depending on what the default state is. No elevators are working, and it is pitch fucking dark. And there's like a, like when the power goes out and everything's quiet for a second, like, oh, I didn't realize like my computer fan was so loud, kind of time. There's like that for a few seconds, and then screaming from like a lot of distant places. Ren, what was your you had an idea you were gonna do?
Oh no, we're the bad guys.
Yeah.
Whoa, I don't know it anymore. I forgot it. That was amazing.
So your goal to resolve the assignment is to destroy the evidence. Whether you make it out or not is up to you.
Oh, I know. Rin wanders off.
Oh yeah, Ren wandered off. So you're off by yourself.
Yeah, I think Rin hears the
yourself.
screams and is wandering off.
Great. Easy to do.
Okay.
There,
yeah, I think I'm going after the scientist. I'm like so mad at them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, great. So you're just like trying to find people to murder in the dark.
It is the best time to murder, isn't it?
Terrifying. Great. I'm gonna give
the screams that you heard are about to be explained.
Yeah. Cool. This is gonna be a roll with vitality.
About to be amplified.
With advantage, I assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my death acceptance.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, we're supposed to destroy stuff.
Let's start with the people.
The lights just went out.
What are you afraid might go wrong?
That I would kill one of my comrades in the dark. That is bad for them and not for me, though.
Yeah. No, I think that's also bad for you, and it is worse because all the safety protocols are down. As they fall, the people that you kill become sainted, and you're running through a maze full of doom monsters.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
Great.
Monsters.
This is a vitality roll with advantage.
All right. But don't worry, I'll do it good so no one gets eaten. We're rolling 3D. Can you tell me what we're rolling?
3 dice, top 2.
3D6.
Which D6?
Yeah.
Ooh, I was just playing a different game with you the other day.
Yeah, I know. You're good. That is 10.
A 10.
Nice.
Murder time.
Describe me some murders that you do.
Oh, no.
We mostly, this is a scene with no visuals. It's only Foley.
This is just the radio play version.
Just a squish and and then silence.
Great. And you don't run into any monsters or create new ones. Fantastic. Great. Ren is off doing murders. I think Hugh and Sebastian, you've got some time to do stuff. It is pitch black.
Like both of us have the world altering capabilities to get us out of this somehow. I don't know if we're gonna do that though.
Like, yeah.
And the mycelial god is still spreading.
Yes.
Like we're still.
Mm-hmm. And the saint that you created from Vaughn is on the loose, hungry for gods.
Oh man. Well, okay. And he's got one right there. So.
Yeah, he's got some god flesh there. That'll keep him for a second.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought the mycelial god would be.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I got it. I was like, it's the
Oh,
mycelial god combined with the Scrivener combined with Young Jolly Junk, all like eating other gods. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So who knows? Might run into him. Move.
Yeah, and we're in pitch dark, so we don't know where any exits or anything are.
Yeah. And you came down through like an elevator, and that's not working anymore.
Yeah, one of the elevators has disappeared.
Mm-hmm. And the elevator, the rest of them came in, is destroyed by the saint.
Yeah, it's hard to do a play in the dark.
Radio play.
Radio drama.
True.
Oh no, that's not good. I'm just looking over my abilities. Oh, I never got the infinite library. Oh well.
You can do a bat, yeah, I guess. The move is hollow, HALLOW. I can paste it for you if you like.
Oh, to make new
Saints.
gods around you or make saints.
I mean, yeah, to kind of backtrack for a second, Ren, you're killing a lot of people. Do you want to hollow them into a
I don't know how that would work.
I don't know. How does a maiden saint, what does a maiden saint do, I guess?
I didn't do that move because I was like, I'm not sure how it works for the maiden. I guess like hands out of the ground pulling you into the earth, like to burying people alive. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Normal things. Yeah, I've created like weird traps that are like hands that come out of the ground and start pulling people under.
Oh no.
I could roll for the hollow move if you want.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, it's no obligation.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
The hollowing is the move. The killing people is a bonus to the move.
So our objective for the mission is to make sure there's no record of our connection to this. Secondarily, we might want to try to get out of this building somehow.
Yeah.
And like all your characters are going to cease to exist in about 40 minutes. So
yeah.
So,
I mean, that's why I can't think of anything else but my final prayer.
Yeah, same actually.
Yeah, I think I might do that
and
soon
I think
too.
I know what I'll do with it.
Cool. Who wants to go first?
Line up and do our prayers.
I should probably go first because I can blow away all the records.
Fantastic.
Well, I think yours should be the backup because mine might do that anyway.
Oh, okay.
If it doesn't,
or it could be like a gift of the Magi situation where you both do it.
Then now I have a comb.
Because I kind of figure here's what happens. First off, Sebastian's very at peace with all this. It's time. He knows when it's time for a performance. And so he uses prop work to pull out a microphone that is keyed into the entire institute's sound system.
Sure.
Welcome to the final episode of this radio play, as it will be presented today by Sir Bastian Skelton, prima actor and follower of the Watcher, for your enjoyment today. Yes, you are honored. You are honored to hear this performance. For, every decision we make in our lives, every day we make thousands of them decisions. Some big, some small. Some decisions out of hope, some decisions out of fear. Some decisions out of love, some decisions out of hate. And you may ask yourselves, does the motivation for the decision even matter? Or is it only the results of those decisions that matter? Does it matter why you turn right? Or does it only matter what you encounter when you turn right? That is not the question for me to answer here today. I am here today to reveal to you a truth that's in all of your hearts. You'll recognize it as soon as I explain it to you. See, you've all lied to your parents about, were you up too late? Did you eat the last cookie? You've all lied to your partners about why you're late coming home from work. Do you have feelings for that coworker? Every one of you has told, most likely, an infinite number of lies in your life, which makes us all actors. All of you, everyone here, everyone in this facility is a disciple of the Watcher. Every one of you has relied on art to soothe your miserable lives. Whether it be music or acting, every one of you has worshipped at the Watcher's feet. Whether you admit it or recognize it, you're all followers of the Watcher. If you are human and you have a brain and a psyche and a heart and a soul, if you've ever felt an emotion, you are a follower of the Watcher. And your involvement in this institute, well, it is not mine to judge. It is only mine to transform all of you and this wonderful facility we are in today into what it really is. A grand theater.
And is this where your flesh and bones unfurl like parting curtains?
They do. And then as they first they begin to unfurl, and then they explode in a site-wide mass that somehow does not affect my comrades.
Good.
Like, they don't get any of this thing on them, sadly, but my blood and muscle and flesh and everything paint the walls, and as it drips down, it transforms the walls into theater walls. It transforms the floor into aisles and seats.
Sconces and footlights. You can see again.
Sconces, footlights, transforms floors. There's a grand stage. Opens up, floors collapse into each other, so it's now just one big grand theater with balcony seating in the back. And the entire institute is transformed into a theater. All the former workers in the institute, now theater workers. And wait, I had one last thought. What the fuck was it? Oh yes, and the Watcher, I mean, if this is mine to say, I figure it's a big giant nuclear move, so I go for it. The Watcher is now in this world a sanctioned god.
I think that might be too much reaching out of here. I think the Watcher might be here and applauding your thing though. Yeah. The Keeper and the other players each added detail about how it is either you're more hopeful or more tragic than you have described. Who would like to go? Oh, I will add a detail. That is, I think near the entrance, like where the box office and posters and there, the main featured poster is a poster of Sebastian Ward.
Oh,
All performances held until further notice.
I think in a very large radius, or perhaps everywhere in the peninsula.
I think keep it to the
Oh, okay.
yeah, just because.
Oh, just this location.
perhaps
Okay.
the world.
Yeah, this is so for
Yeah.
scale reference. This is like the wither mark in the radio show. So it's like it can fuck up a town, but like
Oh, okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
like
I'll
we
think
can
of
go
something.
like A-bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think my move specifically says like
Nice.
maybe you even hold an entire town in.
yeah, it's like city scale.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'll keep thinking. So far everything has transformed into a theater.
Mhm.
And okay, yeah.
I just want to piggyback on Mark's detail. In hindsight now, as you saw, as Sebastian was transforming and pulling himself in like curtains, I think he saw Zev and was like, Ward. Ah.
Oh no.
So sad.
Now I remember.
Wait, didn't your name change because you did a performance like a spellbinding tale?
Mhm.
It
You'd
Yep.
be like, oh, we're like family, and you're like, well, it went too well. Now you're family.
Yeah,
Let's go.
something like that. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
you are.
I think somewhere backstage there's a little no, there's a large prop room, like a warehouse room, um offset from one of the main stages where there's just shelves and shelves. And one of the shelving units has a sign on it that is marked puppets. And then there's rows and rows of puppets that are the custodians and all of the characters that they've met along the way.
Nice.
Oh,
All kind of limp and dead-eyed.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. I don't.
Yeah, if you don't have something, that's totally fine too.
can it does it have to be in the current time?
Theoretically, but what do you got?
I would love to offer a scene, and this depends on what happens after this, of course. Like a brother coming and bringing flowers to
Nice.
lay at the like bottom of the portrait.
That's
Whether it's in ruins or whatever we do to it right after this, but just I would love to add the detail of brother always coming back to honor this place.
Fantastic. And I think although it has been turned into a theater, I think the systems are still existing. So if you would like to fire off your move to actually destroy the information, they need computers for the box office and stuff. So that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say if the monsters are still closing in, I don't know if there are monsters still running around in the theater or if they've been.
Ooh, yeah, great question.
It counts if I kill a monster, right? I guess I'm still doing that move.
Yeah, still going. Did you want to fire off your
Yeah, yeah. So all knowledge must rot to nothingness. You are the waxen scrivener's vessel, its center of decay, spreading a smoke of disintegration across the land. You speak the words of the moldering litany. You perform the rites, narrate a scene showing how all written and stored information within a 3-mile radius is destroyed. What are the long-term effects of this divine intervention upon the world? And yeah, I think Hugh kneels and starts speaking words. Probably the first is in the end was the word. And then yeah, all memory is bound to decay. All of the past is doomed to dust. And then the voice starts getting distorted and he collapses down and starts turning into smoke. The smoke spreads out through the complex, and you can see it kind of slithering through computer units that spark and disappear. There's somehow a little natural light on pages that it breezes across and wipes clean of text. You also see somewhere in the screaming bowels, there's also bits of smoke kind of going into people and a little moment of like, where am I? And then maybe a monster gets them at that point.
Mm.
And I wonder if what are the long-term effects of this divine intervention upon the world? I think generally what we've done starts getting forgotten. Or
Mhm.
like, I know that this town got sanctified somehow. There were people that came, but right, somebody did this. But it's all just kind of slipping away from the people that we've encountered along the way.
Nice. Ren and Zeph, I give you the choice. Do you forget about all this too?
Hmm.
I mean, I was gonna pop off my final move, so
Yeah, go
probably
for it. You totally can.
just in our final moments.
Hmm.
I'm not really sure what to do about it. I imagine I'm trying to figure out if like there's someone Ren is after. Like, did we meet a scientist in the past from here?
Cletus.
Yeah, that guy stole our car.
Yeah.
I don't think Ren has like I was thinking if there's like someone Ren is trying to go after,
Mm.
and then Ren gets them, but they also stab Ren or
Oh,
something.
cool. Yeah. Like
And
as
I don't know who that would be.
like as the it's changing around you, like yeah, cool.
Yeah, and then like Ren's death creates like a problem for everything around there.
Yeah, you want to pop it off?
I'm trying to figure out how to do it without undoing our beautiful theater. Maybe I could run to another town.
Yeah, I mean you can run out. Like it's easy to get out now. You just go out the front door, out a fire exit. There are
Okay,
still.
yeah, I think Ren did run out the front door. I think Ren saw a scientist, saw someone who used to work at the bank, and was like, "You biggest piece of scum," and was like going after them, and like came at them, but they came around fast and got Ren.
Mhm.
But then my final move happens. This is the place. This has always been the place. You were always walking towards this moment. We were always waiting for you here. The soil will swallow you. The roots will tear at you. Foxes and flies will bear you away. There's nothing left to hold on to. There's nowhere left to go. There's no need to worry anymore. And so I'm narrating a scene in which I reach my final resting place, leaving my companions and everything else behind. What is the maiden's expression beneath her veil as she sweeps you off your feet and lays you into deepest slumber? I think, yeah, I think Ren realizes that Ren had been left alive just long enough to like tear this place down. And Ren struggles with the maiden. And the maiden just has to like shove Ren into the ground. Ren's like, I don't want to die. I'm not ready to go. And the maiden just has to like forcibly push Ren into the ground to die. But this causes like a seismic event in the front yard. That kind of crumbles everything outside. And that's how the landscape changes around me. The dissolution of my body affecting and echoing in every living thing and every crumbling structure in sight. Is there something weirder I can do with that?
That's pretty great. It's like because it's all like hilly and stuff there, so like just like breaking all the landscape
Yeah,
up.
I think it like broke up all the hills and like made them weirdly. Yeah, you could see like the like ripples in a pond out from a spot. Yeah, and how do you now stand vigil over this desolate place, more peaceful and silent than has ever been? I think every now and then, like now there's a fault line at that spot. And so just as if like the myth goes that Ren is still fighting
Mhm.
Maiden, and they don't, that Ren did want to die and is still trying to push back, and they're still fighting. So there's like always seismic activity in that. There's often seismic activity in that area now.
Mhm. Nice. Zeph, can I hard frame you into a thing?
Sure. Is it going to be? Am I going to be the lighting designer for the theater?
Nope.
Or no?
Oh, just like the janitor at the end, pushing the mop across.
I think I'd like to have you back at, because the Institute is, you know, part of the government. So I think you are at a like some government building in Glottage, like in the city, not like a facility, but just like an office. And you're probably still glowing faintly. Maybe it's like like not an interrogation room. But I think like someone closes a notepad and is like, so that's everything you remember. All that? That seems pretty unlikely. Biased. I've never even heard of biased. That's not a thing that exists.
Wait, actually, that is a good question. Am I writing my answers down like on a notepad?
I think like they're
Yeah.
interviewing you, and they've been like taking they've got notes of like everything that's happened so far. You've been telling them about.
But am I talking to them, or
There's
yeah,
a
they're
voice
interviewing.
coming out from a nearby speaker.
It's like someone at a table, like.
Because you have
I was wondering if
do you
it
have a
was
mouth
like,
at this point?
Yeah, however you're presenting mouth or no, like that's up to you.
Okay, I was wondering if it was like, I was like, oh, and like I had no mouth, and like, they're like, well, I got better.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, no.
And I think like, yeah, but I mean, given your extraordinary circumstance, true or not, there's still a place for you here. So Saint Electric is going to take care of his own. Her own.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, you've never heard of biased. That's right. Goddamn you.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah. Yeah. And that theater has always been there.
Yeah. Yeah, destination. So yeah. People have been like taking graduation photos there for years. Have you seen Brothers show? It's amazing.
Yes.
Oh, wow, we all love Brother. That's
Yeah.
you know, he used to be a murderous cannibal.
You mentioned that in your story, so
right, yeah. Yeah, okay. Another.
So, I mean, you can
tomorrow's
take a little bit of time off if you like. You've got several weeks of vacation stored up, or like we can put you right back to work.
Yeah, no, let's get back to it.
All right.
Let's get these people's electricity on.
Oh.
Let's go keep the lights on forever.
These have been the Silt Verses then. And I name it Disciples Thus.
Somebody survived.
Yeah, Ben survived. Cool. Not gonna bother doing experience. So yeah, let's just wrap up with some stars.
But I disobeyed.
Yeah, take your experience point. You earned it.
I want my experience.
I
was not vulnerable.
Nick also started us off with stars and wishes.
Oh, right.
Features.
Stars for this entire game. It's been so nice to like hop into it and like really dig in with these characters. Stars for everyone for being like knowing what episode we're in. Being like, I am going to turn my body into a theater. Got it. I am going to turn into smoke and kill everything. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell our story. And it was like really satisfying to have some endings for these characters. And I just yeah, and stars for everyone. Stars, Mark, for helping take us through so many different places in this game and being like really helping us feel the tone. And wishes, I just want to see what Baby is up to in the epilogue.
Baby.
And maybe Grover. I don't know. Fuck that guy. I wish Grover also died and we get to
I feel like Grover got smoked. Yeah.
That's me. Thank you all so much.
Cool. Ben.
Yeah. Ditto. Yes, stars for not Ditto wanting to know about Baby. I have to leave that as a terrible unknown. But no, yeah. Stars for everyone, for Mark keeping us going and like recapping. Very fun to be like, did we do that? That doesn't sound like us. Like, oh, but the whole town died. Like, no, yes, the whole town died. That does sound like us. Yes. Stars for all y'all, for the characters, and for playing it hard at the end. Oh, I was gonna say something about something. Stars. Yeah, no, wishes. No, I can't think of it. I mean, I feel like we've seen these people go through a lot, and some of them, well, like what happens, what they lost, what they gave up. I guess actually one wish. We've had kind of a running thing in our chat that I don't think anyone else. Oh gosh, I hope the stream hasn't seen our chat. But we've had a thing about like the are we the baddies? And I guess yes, my wish is for everyone to know that we all knew at some point. Like we're not the heroes here. Like I don't know if there are heroes in this world, but
Yeah,
not us. Yeah, well, that's for me.
Cool. Heath.
Yeah, good way to go out, everybody. Nice to have Peter back, and it was fun and fitting that literally like I used up all my verses. My last verse was my last verse. It's the only one I had left. So that was fun. I'd like to think that maybe in my great transformation at the end, if you come back to the theater, you'll notice Hope is the manager. She's the manager there.
Nice.
Very inflated. She's the manager of the theater. Yeah, wishes. Just, I mean, I look forward to whatever we do next.
Yeah.
It's exciting to jump into something new and
Yeah.
start all over again. But it was
Start level 0. Awesome. And Peter.
Yeah, stars for everybody. Like I think Nick put it best of like knowing we're in the last episode. And so stars for Mark for setting up this, like it was great to jump back in and see like, oh, world annihilating threat has come about in a way that feels very Silt Verses. Like, yep, this is where government and capitalism lead to in this world. And stars for everyone of just like all of us being like cashing in everything and making massive consequences for like we're not just destroying this theophage project, we're burning it all down. Stars for whoever endowed my relative as the big bad.
I mean that's his name in the yeah. So I was reading through. I was like, oh, that's used. Oh, Hero. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, just again the usual stars for everyone of just like playing our characters so hard and even in the most horrifying things that happen, finding joy in the game and delighting in what the other participants are doing. I missed playing this. I'm really glad to be back today.
When stars for Ren running.
Stars for Ren for running off one line. we were our characters to the last second.
Cool. Yeah. This was a lot of fun. 32 sessions of a game that probably is scoped for about 16.
Is this our longest one yet?
I think it might be. I don't know how long we went with the between. It feels like about as
We
long.
will
yeah.
absolutely run the wheels off of whatever
Damn
RPG
right.
you give us. If you write us a good storytelling RPG, we will right into the wheels fall
We
off.
could
Like,
play it
it did like
infinitely.
all the card from Bindle, like if you pull it too long, like all your experience gets used up and you're like, I'm just gonna keep going. But still holds up after like twice as long as it's supposed to. So
Yeah, I held up.
star for the game.
Yeah.
our beloved designers.
Yeah.
Y'all are great. Yeah, cashing in everything in the last episode is of course fantastic. I'm glad that more than one person got to kick off their final move. That was great. Yeah, I again no idea how any of that was gonna even happen at all. So yeah, just finding everything out along with everyone else has been a good time. Yeah, bad rolls run the story, so that's great. That was kind of like one of my worries as we go forward, like as everyone has like +3s and everything and moves and advantages on everything, like failures kind of drive the story. So like I was like wondering like how is this going to still be interesting if everyone's just winning all the time? But we made it work. I mean, we got that 5 at the end. It still goes. I still love us. Yeah, and yeah, just excited to see what we do next. We'll talk about that off camera. Yeah, a lot of actions are just not good at, so that all works.
We just
Cool.
keep trying to talk our way out of stuff, and we should.
Yeah.
That should just be like touching a. I would do better touching a ghost than talking to someone.
True. But let's talk to him. Anything else before we shut it down?
Thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks, y'all.
Sponsored by
Thank you so
Dolly
much,
Close
Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all next time.